Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Honor 400. Now you can pick this one up online. I'll throw the link up in the description. The cheapest I found this for is $550. Now at $550, let me say this. This phone proves two of my points that I've been making all year. Number one, Honor is low-key killing the game. They got some great phones out. And number two, you don't have to spend $1,000 for a quality phone in 2025. Let's get right into this. First things first, shout out to White Shoes, back in the building.
I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I
White
love
shoes.
my white shoes.
Calm down. Okay, Honor 400. Like I said now, you can find this one on eBay for $550. Let's unbox it real quick. Nice clean white box. Y'all know I like that. Giggity. Let's see what you get inside. Now this is going to be your device. Okay. And you get your SIM ejection tool. Let's see anything else in here. And this is going to be a charging cable. USB Type-C to USB Type-C. No charger in the box. Samsung, Google, Apple, nothing. Motorola, Honor, Sony, fucking Sony. Put the charger in the box. Now this is the Euro version, so we're not going to hold Honor feet to the fire too much for this one. But come on. Put the chargers in the box. Now, $550. This is direct competition for the Google Pixel 9a. However, check this out. Look at the bezels on this Pixel. This is the only thing that I hate about this phone, these big giant bezels. Now, if I had to choose between both of these phones, personally, I'd probably go with the Pixel because I like wireless charge. But this phone has the IR blaster and some other cool features. Now, if you watch my channel, you know the Honor V3, arguably one of my favorite folds that I ever had. This is killing it. Honor Magic 7 Pro. Out of my top 10 Android phones, this would probably be number 6. Okay, this is a heavy hitter right here. And of course, my favorite Honor phone, the RSR Porsche Edition. I literally love this phone. I love it. So Honor is killing the game. And now we got the 400. Let's go through the specs real quick. Now this one comes in 4 different colors. You got black, silver, gold, and blue. Let's open this up real quick. Let me put my code in. Hold up. Okay. For the display, you got a 6.55-inch AMOLED panel with a resolution of 1264 by 2736. Now that's 460 for the PPI Patrol. You got HDR up to 5,000 nits brightness and a 120 hertz refresh rate. And of course, minimum bezels. All right, my bad. I had a little scumbag activity going on. But look at the difference in the displays. Okay, look at the bezel versus this bezel. Okay, so minimum bezelage. Now this phone is IP65, dust and water resistant, and it weighs 184 grams. Now for the processor, you got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 7 Generation 3 with the Adreno 720 GPU. Now what does that mean in English? Mid-range specs, bro. Mid-range specs. Now you got 8 gigs of RAM, 256 or 512 gigs of storage, no micro SD card slot for expandable memory. Now it's running Android 15 with Magic OS 9 skin on top. Now you're going to get 6 years of Android updates. 6 years. Now for the battery, you get a 5,300 milliamp battery that features 66 watt fast charge. That means you can charge this phone from 0 to 100% in 45 minutes. For the cameras, on the rear, you got a dual setup. So you got a 200 megapixel wide angle and a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. Now you can shoot 4K video at 30 frames per second or 1080p at 60 frames per second. On the front, you got a 50 megapixel wide angle lens and you can shoot 4K video at 30 frames per second or 1080p at 60 frames per second. Now you got dual stereo speakers, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, NFC, always on display, face unlock, on-screen fingerprint sensor. You got the IR blaster, and one of my favorite features, the magic ring. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so all of that for $550. Now I know what you're gonna say. What about the Honor 400 Pro? What's the difference? Well, there's a few differences if you buy the Pro version. First of all, the price. This one, like I said, you can find for $550. The 400 Pro, $750. So what are you getting for that extra $200? You're getting a better processor. Okay, the 400 Pro has the Snapdragon 8 Generation 3. You're getting triple camera setup on the rear. Instead of 212, you're getting 212 and a 50 megapixel sensor. And you're getting wireless charge. Okay, so $200, you get the wireless charge, slightly better camera, slightly better processor. All right, but for this video, we're going to focus on the mid-range version, the Honor 400. All right, so let me pause the video, delete my browsing history, and then we'll walk through the OS. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, y'all, so we back in. First, let's talk about the build quality. Now, this phone feels so good in the hands. Ladies, you know the procedures. IP65 dust and water resistant, and it only weighs 184 grams. Nice and thin. Okay, shoes, scoot. There's your dual camera setup on the rear, LED flash. You got this matte glass on the back, no fingerprints. Okay, passes the 2-finger touch. On one side, there's your power button, volume rocker. On the top, IR blaster. Okay, IR blaster on deck. On this side, nice and clean. On the bottom, there's your SIM tray, USB Type-C charging slot, and your other speaker grill. On the front, there's your front-facing camera. Little cutout. Now, this one has full screen, always on display. You see that? Beautiful. Now, if you want to, you can have the old school style, but I love having the full screen, always on display. Biometrics, excellent. Of course, you can swipe up, put in your pad and your pin. Next, you have your on-screen fingerprint sensor. Let's do 3 in a row. 1, 2. We'll do one more. 3. And of course, you got face unlock. 1, 2. Now, I'm not going to look at it. Let me look away. Look over. Bang. Excellent biometrics. Okay, and that's one of the things that I love about Honor phones. You're always going to have great biometrics. Now, and the funny thing is, after using the Pixel 9a, look at the bezels. Look at the bezels. This phone just looks so old school compared to this. I mean, these big giant bezels, nah, that's not cutting it for 2025. This phone right here, this is a great mid-range phone. Swipe over once, there's your Google homepage. No unnecessary bloat on this, okay? Swipe back over, swipe down. Here's all your quick toggles, okay? We'll talk about the magic ring in a minute. Let's go over the settings. Now, we don't have to go through every single setting, but we'll just go to more connections. Of course, you got Android Auto, VPNs, private DNS. You got NFC. You got Honor Share. Okay, let's see. Honor AI. Now, you do have some AI. Of course, you got the Google Circular Search. Okay, that's baked into the phone. But you got your AI suggestions, your magic text, the magic portal. Okay, I love this. You can do the knuckles, all right, the knuckle search. You know, basically, that's Google Circular Search, but you can use your knuckle. You got your AI subtitles, AI translate, AI writing, and your AI deepfake detection. Okay, so this way, somebody can't spam you with all these AI videos. You got your AI deepfake detection. And now, if y'all see the videos that people making now, showing people getting punched in the face, those are all AIs. When we do the RDA test, hopefully we'll find one of those. All right, so let's see. Let's go to home screen and style. Now, fully customizable phone right here. Bunch of customizations. Here's your always on display. Like I said, if you want to, you can have the old school versions when you have just a little images like this. Bunch of animated images. You got graffiti, artistic. Okay, you got analog. You got digital. Okay, but me personally, I like to have the full screen version. So let's go full screen. Bang, just like that. You got your magazine unlock. Now, personally, we don't have to check that out, but it's just different wallpapers when you unlock your phone. Different fonts to choose from. Okay, we got default or Android. Let's see, you got your themes. Now, we got Seek Light, Ice Blue, Peach Fuzz. Okay. Bunch of different ones recommended ones. Different icons. Let's see, home screen settings. Anything we need to see here? Nope, nothing with that. Lock screen signature, draw style. Okay, that's pretty much it for that. Let's go to display and brightness. Now, like I said, this phone has 5,000 nits peak brightness. Now, are you ever going to see 5,000 nits during the day? No. Okay, no. But, you know, that's just a nice selling point. 5,000 nits peak brightness. And you got your sunlight mode, screen color and temperature. Let's see. Let's leave it on cool. Why not? Cool it down a little bit. Smart resolution, screen refresh rate. Let's do 120, dynamic. You got your video enhancer, vivid display. Let's see anything else we need to see here. Full screen. You can get rid of the cutout if you want. Let's see. You got now this phone right here too. If you have sensitive eyes, one of the things about Honor phones, they always have. Let me say that correctly. They always have the circadian night display. Okay, defocus eye care, eye comfort, dynamic dimming. Okay, 3,840 hertz, ultra hertz frequency PWM dimming, all of that good stuff to protect your eyeballs. Okay, now look, I'm talking shit, but I'm back here. If I take my glasses off right now, I can't see nothing. Bro. I'm getting old. Sound and vibrations. Now the haptics on this, pretty good. Nice vibration engine. Now, one of the things that's weird with this phone, watch this. If you notice when you go to volume, right? The volume goes to 200%. That's one thing I noticed that's pretty weird. It doesn't just go to 100%. All of the volumes go to 200%. I don't know why I find that funny, but 200% volume. Let's see, sound quality effects. Okay, you plug in your headphones, get your spatial audio. Let's see, more settings. Anything else we need to see here? No, that's pretty much it. Okay, but look, I noticed that, like, you see when you hit the volume slider. Let's go down a little bit. You go up. You see 200% high volume. That's kind of wild. And it just sounds regular. I don't know why they chose to go 200%. It just looks weird though. Look, you said, let me do that one time. If y'all think I'm making that up. 200% high volume. That's funny. Notifications and status bar. Anything we need to see here? Nothing really. You can stack your notifications, list, count. I'll leave them on count. Okay, let's see, biometrics. Let's see, where was we? Biometrics and security. Okay, so you got face unlock, screen unlock, extended unlock, use your watch to unlock, all of that good stuff. Apps, nothing to see there. Battery. Now, this one comes in two different versions. There's a 6,000 milliamp version, but this is the 5,300 milliamp version. Okay, this has the silicone carbon battery. Okay, so it's going to give you that thin design with a big battery. Now, this is something that should have been in this phone. Okay, this phone right here without the silicone carbon battery, 3,900 milliamps, that's shit. That's garbage. Compared to this, 5,300, look at the difference in the thickness. This is the Galaxy Edge. Okay, so not too much difference with the thickness. Okay, so you got your battery care. Let's see, did we need to say anything? Safety and emergency, security and privacy, digital well-being, monitor your scumbag activities. No need to see that. Accessibility, if you're hearing or visually impaired, all of the features on deck. You got your motion sickness relief. Okay, so if you're one of those people that get motion sickness, you can use that feature. Let's see, anything else we need to see? Let's see, about system updates. Again, 6 years of updates. Okay, that's pretty dope. And about phone. Okay, Snapdragon 7 Generation 3. You see, 5,300 milliamps. Like I said, there's a 6,000 milliamp version floating around. And that one comes with the charger in the box. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let's check the web browsing speeds. Go to apple.com. Okay, here's the official site. Okay, now of course, got to set up everything. Why not? Let's do that one more time. Matter of fact, let's go to buy Honor phones. Look at this. Now for the Honor 400, you see, $550. That's pretty much the cheapest that you're gonna find it for. Is on eBay for $550. But some people selling it for $599. You got the Honor Lite. That's another version of this phone, a little bit cheaper. But again, yeah, around $550, $500, the cheapest. There's another one, $500, $550 on eBay. That's the cheapest price. Go to apple.com. Okay, here's the web browser speeds. Snapdragon 7 Generation 3. You know, not the flagship processor, but come on. You know, look at this. It's going to get the job done. Now, of course, you could do a little split screen multitasking, or you could do floating windows. Okay. There's your floating windows. Minimize that. Little ball right there. Go to Facebook. Okay. Open this up. Let's go. There's your full screen. I know. That one caught me off guard. All right, let's try that one more time. We'll do All right, my bad. I keep forgetting with these Honor phones for the split screen multitasking, you gotta do a little step. All right, so let's do we'll minimize that. Let's do YouTube. Okay, we come back to this. We're just gonna hold this and split it like that. Okay, so now we got the split screen multitasking. Works perfectly. So we got YouTube on the bottom, Facebook on the top. All right, so now let's try out the dual stereo speakers. Of course, we got the official Flossy Carter sound test by my homeboy Mark Rebier. And we got the volume on 200%. Here we go.
Yo, sound test, top of sound test. Everybody shut your mouth, top of sound test. Time to test that quality of sound test. How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound now? How's it sound now? Does it sound big? Does it sound loud?
How's the bass, baby? How's the treble on it? How's it sound now? How's it sound now?
That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. Sound test. That's a sound test, baby. That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. How's the sound on that shit? God damn it, holla.
Speakers sound nice and loud. Let's cover up the bottom. This is just the top. Nice amount of bass.
How's the sound, white shoes? How's the sound on it? How's the sound, baby? That's a sound test.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Rebier. The speakers sound excellent on the Honor 400. All right, so now let's take a look at this beautiful 6.55-inch AMOLED panel with minimum bezels. Look at that. Again, up to 5,000 nits brightness, excellent viewing angles, no reflection. Look at that. Little cutout for your camera. But it looks beautiful. This is how you're gonna look watching your videos. Just like that. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so now let's do a little gaming. And on a side note, you do have a little game manager. So you can switch your apps. You see your frames per second, your CPU, and your RAM. You also got your battery, your Wi-Fi connection. Now, if I want to, we can switch it into game mode. Okay, you can change your brightness. You got your memory cleanup, do not disturb, a bunch of different settings. All right, so now let's try a little gaming. And one more side note. Now I'm making jokes about the 200% volume, but these speakers actually get super loud. Listen to this. This is 200% volume, bro. All right, here we go. Snapdragon 7 Generation 3. Here we go. Oh, hold up. Okay, I'm messing around and lose right now. Let me see if I go to... There it is. I like to take the top level now. Woo! Ah! Okay, I still pulled it off. Oh, no, hold up. Okay, I still got it. All right, there it is. All right, let me turn down to 200% volume. Anyway, gaming on your Honor 400, no issues at all. And these speakers, they do get super loud. Let me stop playing around. Y'all hear that? Now let me show you one of my favorite features, the magic ring. Now you see I got 3 other Honor devices right here. Watch this. Say I want to operate this RSR phone. So we're going to swipe down. You see all of my Honor devices right here. We'll click on the magic ring. So I want to operate the Porsche design. So let's go ahead and just open up the Porsche design. We'll do screen sharing to the Honor 400. Now I'm going to have to put my code in real quick. Hold up. Okay. Now I just put my code in. And if you look closely, watch this. Now I'm operating this phone right here. How sick is that? And watch this. If I had it set up like this, I can actually open up the camera. I can operate this camera from this phone right here, just like that. Now I'm gonna exit out of the camera, okay? But I could just check all my emails, go through all of that stuff. I can even go full screen. So now it's like I'm actually using this phone. How dope is that? How dope is that? Now I'm gonna exit out of this. Let's close this out. And we'll just exit out of this completely, right? Let's go to, hold up, my bad. Let me just exit out of that. Okay. And we'll just close that completely, right? Disconnect. Now, say I want to do the other Honor phone. Another one. Let's see. Let's operate the Magic. This one right here. All right. We'll do screen sharing. Okay. Matter of fact, we'll do screen sharing to the Honor 40, Honor 400. Okay, you see we connected. Now let me put my code in real quick. Okay, so now I'm operating my Honor V3, which I have an update on. And if you look closely, now I'm operating this phone. This feature right here, this is so dope. Okay, this is so dope. This is the Honor Magic Ring. I exit out of that just like that. So all of my Honor devices I can control from one phone. Think about the scumbag possibilities with this. All right, so now let's talk about the camera. Now let's go through the different shooting modes. You got night mode, which you could do wide angle all the way up to 10 times zoom. You got portrait mode with a few different focal lengths. Okay, you got photos, wide angle, all the way up to 30 times zoom. You got videos, okay, wide angle up to 10 times zoom. You got your pro mode, and you got more. So for more, you got aperture, you got multi-video, slow motion, panorama, time lapse. You got stickers, super macro, high resolution, story, and document scan. Now look at this picture I just took real quick just now, like literally 10 seconds ago. Look at this. This camera takes some great photos. Look at that look right there. Now I want y'all to see something real quick. Matter of fact, the zoom test. We got to take it to the zoom test. Now for the zoom test, what I like to do is stand all the way down the block from the school and try to zoom in on that little sign. And here's the results. Can we actually read the sign? Somewhat. Now just for comparison, here's the Galaxy S25 Edge. Okay, $1,100. Look at that. That's $1,100. Look at the Honor. $550. I would say a little bit better. Okay, so it doesn't pass the zoom test, not with flying colors, but you can actually read that sign. Now I want y'all to take a look at these test pictures and videos for yourself. And one quick side note, when you see the sky, okay, the sky's not washed out. It actually looks like that outside. Usually I like to take my photos on bright sunny days where the sky's blue and the leaves are green and, you know, you see all the different color contrasts. But it's been raining every day in New York City, so a lot of the pictures are going to look like this. They're not washed out. That's how they look in real life. But take a look at these test pictures and videos for yourself. Now here's another one of my favorite features, the IR blaster. Check this out. Now you can see I got my Sony TV already set up, but it's not just for TVs. You can have your air conditioner, your cable box, your RGB lights, your robot vacuum. Okay? Basically anything that has a remote control, you can use your phone to pair it up and have a universal remote control. Let me show you how I use mine upstairs in my office. All right, so I'm sitting up in the office. I just finished working. Now I want to turn off all of my TVs using one phone. Okay, so let's start off with the Samsung TVs. Just like that. Another one. Just like that. Now we'll switch over to LG TV. Press the button. Just like that. And now let's switch over to Sony TV. Press the button. Just like that. The IR blaster is so clutch for me. This is a major go. Now let's do the RDA test. Regular daily activities. Now you just spent $550 on a brand new phone. Let's see how it works in the real world. Now this phone doesn't have wireless charge, but you still got 66 watt fast wired charging. So me, I'm not gonna charge it overnight. I'm just gonna sleep with it in the bed just like this. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna grab a charger, plug it in. Look at that charging animation. I love it. Okay, you're getting the super fast charging. And look, you can see the charging going up in real time. How dope is that? Okay, so as soon as I wake up, you do have your always on display. I can see my time, date, battery percentage, all my notifications. When I pick up the phone and look at it, hold up, let's do that again. There's the face unlock. And you got your fingerprint sensor. Excellent biometrics. First, we'll swipe over. Matter of fact, let's check the weather first. All right, 66 degrees. Another cold, rainy day in New York City. It is what it is. Now, let's check the Google homepage. Do a little refresh. Okay, Amazon selling $1,600 laptops for $387. What? Wait, what? Let's see. Galaxy S25 Edge. This is actually a dope phone, but it's just a little overpriced. A little overpriced. Let's see, anything else we need to see here? Favorite sweet tea brand just introduced 3 new drinks. Now me, as a fat ass, that's something I would be curious about. Let's see, VPNs, all right, Google Fi. What's going on with Ant? Oh, no, that's not Ant. I thought that was Ant. Let's see, Real Ghostbusters suddenly streaming 100 episodes for free. Okay. Okay. No new tech. I don't really see any new tech stuff going on. Okay. Nothing really going on in the news. Hold on, what's this? Okay, now this is definitely a Ghost Tech case for the Pixel 9. That actually looks kind of dope. We might have to check that out. All right, anyway. So this is how your Google homepage is going to look with these. Now, these shits look super comfortable. Look at the size of that sole. Damn. That's a big-ass sole right there. All right, anyway. But look at that scrolling speeds right there. Real nice. Okay, now this is Android 15. So all of the cool Android 15 widgets, everything looks according to plan. Everything looks perfect. If I want to play some music, let's see what's going down. Listen to a little Jay-Z, you know. Keep it moving, search YouTube, go crazy. But I got to do some work. So let's take it over to Gmail. Okay. Now look, this is how blind I am. So this is how big my font is. Okay, let's hit reply. Thanks, bruh. Thanks, bruh. Hit send on that. Now, of course, I like to split screen multitasking, but I like to leave my little Gmail just like this so at any moment I can come back. All right, next let's do a little social media. Take it over to Facebook. Look at my man Young Cell back up in the gym. This was one of my gym buddies back in the days. Look at Young Cell back in the gym. Okay, let me get it like that because I'm back in the gym myself. Okay, let's see. Bro, I got the carbon fiber bag. I'm gonna do that for my vacation. Oh, this is it right here. This is it right here. Look at it. Yo, look at this bag, bro. Look at this bag. I ordered one of these. Let's see the price on this one. Did I get jerked or not? Yeah, $1,000. All right, so that's about what I paid. The carbon fiber bag. Let me know if y'all want to see a video on this, but I think I'm going to do one anyway because my carbon fiber team, y'all need to see this. All right, anyway, let's see what else we got. Let's go back to Facebook. Tiny Homes, okay.
So I think I just got a pair of headphones.
Let's turn this down. Now, what is this? Look at these headphones. Morning Blues. That's a lot going on the side. I'll be trying to be a little bit more low key, but it's a lot going on right there. Bro, I gotta talk to y'all too about these headphones that I'm testing. I am testing some headphones right now that have literally changed my life. Wait till y'all see the video. These headphones have changed my life, and I am not being a hype beast. All right, let's see who this. All right, okay. Oh, we got some Skull Candy stuff going on. Skull Candy killing the game lately too. All right. Why, bro?
Oh my God!
Why?
Look at all the different options.
Oh no. You know what time it is? Short bye! This guy, I don't know why. This is another one. This dude right here, yo. This is another one right here. Bro, that's not big man approved activities. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Those are not big man approved activities, but hey, man, to each his own, man. To each his own. All right, let's see. Everybody outside. Okay. Look at my cousin right here.
Good morning, good people.
Good morning, good people. This is my motivational. All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, so this is how your Facebook is gonna look. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Next, let's go over to back to my Gmail. Okay, just make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope. Okay, work's still looking good. Let's go over to X. See what's going down on X. Let's go to the mentions. Let's see. Replying to. Okay, can I get these from your store? Let's see. What store? Who? Oh, okay. Let's see. Can I get these from your store? Tech Odyssey, bro. You need these now. You could get these. Where did I ordered mine from Bang & Olufsen. So I ordered mine directly from the site. But I'm gonna come back to my man Tech Odyssey. But bro, I would recommend buying the second generation. Even though the third generation has a little bit more bass, you could get a great deal on the second generation right now. Let me see. I reply to this right now. Let me see. What store? What store? What was he talking about? What store? It wasn't even talking to me. You know, that's one thing I don't like about Twitter though, because you never know like who people talking about. Let's see. Check out my uncle Flossy Carter's S25 Edge where he shouts me out. Okay, got a little shout out. My man Brian got a little shout out in the S25 Edge video. Let's kind of like that. Let's see. Pokemon playthrough needs. Okay, how did I get involved in a Pokemon tweet there? Let's see, specific content videos pages doing the timeline detox. Oh, okay, somebody recommended me. Okay, I appreciate that. Let's see, let's see, who's Devon Gangsters? Okay, the Devon Gangsters in the building, okay. All right, let's see, anything else we did? Nothing really going on Twitter. In your opinion, what gaming phone has the best camera so far? Easily, Asus ROG 9 Pro. That's the best gaming phone with the best camera. Okay, that's my favorite gaming phone. We need Friday night glossy lights. We need a live stream. We need to get a live stream. I'm definitely going to be live streaming this weekend for sure because I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Let's see. iPhone 17 Air is going to be 5.5 millimeters, not 5.64. Okay, hey, it is what it is. All right, but anyway, this is how your Twitter's going to look. And again, at any moment, if I want to do some split screen multitasking, bong, just like that, then I could be Gmail and Twitter at the same time. And we can swap. Back to my Twitter on the top, back to my Gmail. Let's exit out of both of these. Next, let's take it over to TikTok. Now I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Turn the 200% volume down. All right, let's see what's going down on TikTok. Now, let's see. Okay. Let's see, magnetic phone holders. Yeah, my daughter got one of these. This actually works. This one actually works. I seen it for myself. It actually works. Okay, a little skits going down. Gangsta ass little kids right there. I ain't mad. How to clean your kidneys. Okay. This is like Bad Girls Club. About what is it, Baddies? Not Bad Girls Club, Baddies. Yeah, this is Baddies Midwest. That's Anna right there. How do I know? Because I'll be watching Baddies every now and then when I need some low budget entertainment. Okay, let's see. All right, anyway, so let's see some police activities. What's going down? Okay, All right, he's out here cutting the grass. Okay, you know. Let's see. All right. Who this Casanat? Uptown, downtown, uptown. That's the uptown, downtown dance. Y'all don't know about that. Look. Your boy out here doing some actual work with the glasses on, got a little name tag. Okay. Yeah, a little high school stuff right here. A little more dancing. All right. Everybody dancing, everybody feeling good. Okay. All right, so anyway, here's how your TikTok is going to look. Yo, my man Donald Trump giving out pardons like hotcakes. All right, you know, Donald Trump out here pardoning people left and right. I ain't mad at that, though. I ain't mad at that. He need to pardon my man Tory Lanez, bro. Somebody holler at Uncle Trump and tell him to pardon my man Tory Lanez. We need some new music. All right, anyway, who this? Oh, I thought that was Lil Nas X. It's a Lil Nas X looking ass kid. All right. So anyway, again, see, this is where you need the AI, deep fake. Somebody send you that video like, oh, this is where I was at last night. Like somebody like, oh, this is my new crib. Use the AI deep fake. Like, no, it's not. All right, anyway, that's Twitter. TikTok. Of course, we can go to YouTube. Okay. Want to continue watching the video? Let's make sure we got picture in picture. Okay, exit out of that. There's the picture in picture. Okay. Now, of course, oh, look at that. You see at the top, got the little dynamic island. Now, if I swipe down, this is one of my favorite features right here. At any moment, I can check all of my other phones. All right, so let's see what's going down with this phone right here. We'll do a little screen sharing to my honor. Let's see what's going down on this phone right here. Let's go to unlock. Let me just put my code in. Now, this is my Magic 7 Pro. You see now, say this was all in a different room. I could just be like, let me see what's going on my Magic 7 Pro. Okay, I could be checking all my emails. And if I had this set up, watch this. Say I had it set up like this. I'm going to leave it like this. Let me open up the camera. Look at that. I can open, if I had it set up like this, I can be in a different room, take a video, you know what I'm saying? I can have this set up in a whole different room and just open up my camera from right there. How dope is that? Okay, let's go. Calm down, shoes. My bad shoes. My bad shoes. My bad shoes. But you see? And it actually dims this display. So if I had it on the table, nobody would even notice that I'm browsing through it. That is epic. Shoes, calm down. All right, let's exit out of that. Disconnect. And again, I can do all my other Honor devices. We'll do one more social media. Let's take it over to Instagram. Shoes! Bro, let's see what Amaya's doing. Okay. Look at okay. Amaya's outside. Look at Amaya. Oh, look at Amaya getting her drink on. Amaya outside getting her drink on. But Amaya's over 21 now, so she can do whatever she wants now. I ain't even mad yet. Let's see. Offset is reportedly asking for spousal support. Come on, bro. Offset going out bad, yo. Offset going out bad. Spousal support. These AI videos, man. These AI videos is crazy. I need somebody to make an AI video like this of me, though. You're growing up. That's pretty dope, though. Let's see. Papoose, someone said they photoshopped DMX head. Did y'all see the Papoose head photo? Yeah. Yo, Remy, you need to calm down, bro. Shout out to my man Papoose, but that's a big ass dome right there, yo. All right. Let's see. Okay. Drewski's white boy. Okay. So the white version of Drewski. Okay. Hey, man. All right, Calvin. The pinch to zoom. Calvin. Let's see. Okay, speaking of Tory Lanez, let's see. Body cam footage shows Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez being interviewed the night of the shooting. Oh, really? Really? You know, this whole case, man. This whole case, it's a lot going on. United Airlines ain't playing. Let's see. You got to check in 45 minutes for your flight, or you getting left. That's why I don't fly United. That's why I do not fly United. Yeah, man. Offset going out bad, yo. Okay. I'm joking. All right. Let's see. The white Drewski. Yo, we got a new Red Magic phone coming, the 10S. The 10S. Hold on, let's see. 10S, June 5th. The 10S. Come back to my channel if y'all want to see the Red Magic 10S. You know I'm going to have one on deck. Now, what is this, yo? That's like an M2. Little M2 right there. Little M2 action. Let's see what's going on in the Diddyverse. Let's see. Cries on the stand while claiming he essayed her. Okay. The Diddy verse. There's a lot of Diddy action going on. Okay. Working on God of War. Taught him what the bees. Taught him what. Let me say that correctly. Working on God of War. Taught him what it means to be a man. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, John Wick, right? Yo, John Wick as well. This guy right here, man. He's one of the coolest guys, yo. Not John Wick, but the actual actor. I forgot his name. Keanu Reeves. Let's see. All right. Anyway, it ain't really too much. Look at Robert Downey. This got to be a muscle suit. Yeah, he got one of the muscle suits on. Where they sell these at? I need to get one of those. Yo. Let me cop a muscle suit. My man Homelander right here. Yeah, this is my guy right here. Are they coming out with a new season? Let's see. Oh well, we gotta wait for the new season of The Boys. Yeah. Okay, Angel Reese dropping baskets. Yeah, there be a lot of buffoonery going on. I don't like this idea at all. I think that's a really silly idea. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. All right, anyway, so this is how your Instagram is gonna look. Got Blueface. Oh, look at this. Yeah, Red Magic makes some great phones too. Okay. All right, anyway, here's how your Instagram is gonna look. All right, so let's exit out of that. Hold up, what was that? I'll be stretching, so I just had to check to make sure I'm stretching right. Anyway, the RDA, regular daily activities. And look at the top. You see it got the little picture on the top? I like that. And then the dynamic island, that's not a scratch. That's a cat here. But that little picture right there of the actual video, I can just click on that, go right back to the video. You know what I'm saying? And you got the little music playing. I like that. Okay, go right to the video. Keep it moving. All right, let's exit out. All right, so overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the Honor 400 a major go. My only complaint with this phone would be wireless charge. I wish this phone would have had wireless charge. Again, if you want wireless charge and you want the same form factor, go with the Pro version. You're going to get an extra camera in the rear. You're going to get the Snapdragon 8 processor, and you're going to get wireless charge. But you're also going to get an extra $200 ejected out of your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're trying to save that money in your pocket, $550, this is a win. Okay, this is a win. And I got to reiterate my point from the beginning of the video. Shout out to Honor. Okay, shout out to Honor. Honor is really doing it this year. Honor has some quality phones, something for everybody. We got to see the next fold. You know that V4 going to be sick. But if you can afford it, all right, this phone is great. All right, this is a great phone, but I would say spend a couple of extra dollars, okay, Go with this. Go with the Honor Magic 7 Pro. I absolutely love this phone. The biometrics. I mean, this one, the face unlock, this is just even better. Everything on deck, wireless charge, you name it, IR blaster. But again, it's going to cost a couple of dollars more. But these are two hardcore phones right here. Matter of fact, let's leave it like this. This is one hardcore phone right here. The Honor 400. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this one. Shout out to everybody rocking with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know. Stream gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat boys allowed. Oh yeah, special shout out to everybody following me on Snapchat, Flossy_Carter, that's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in the comment section early. #salute. Oh yeah, one more thing, I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces. Spock won the beam up. Energize.
guys, Jerry Springer here. Subscribe to Flossy Carter for the real reviews. He has a tech channel on YouTube, and he already has over 2 million subscribers, so give him a look. You may like it, and it could be very useful. Take care of yourself and each other.